I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors. He's on his way to the ring. Boy, he looks confident. We've seen it many times with him through the years, but tonight he's bubbling with confidence. He's on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Buster. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, the Giant.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one. Teddy, the expectation in a matchup like this, a power puncher versus power puncher, is that the fight's not going to last long. But what if it does? Then what?
The guy with less power is going to win because he's a guy that has a reserve in a place that he's ready to go to in case the power's not there.
Gets rid of that effort.
Keep moving.
Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. Nice block by Buster. Now that's some fine work right there by the Giant. Wow! Buster's on the canvas. He went down hard there.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
What do you think is most misunderstood about the heavyweight division?
I think it's human nature for people to see these big Goliaths that they start to think that, hey, they're more sure of themselves. That these guys have more of an abundance of security about themselves, about confidence. And really, it's the opposite. In some ways, these big giants, they're really unsure of themselves because they know they can do damage. They're also worried about damage being done to them.
He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out.
Guard your head.
Blocks away that headshot. Good counter punch. 10 clicks of the talk.
Okay, keep boxing. You're doing great. You're making it hard for him to hit you. Nice work on the outside. Keep it up.
You need to move your head more, okay? Side to side. Lean to the side, then boom! Counter punch. We have to start doubling that jab, okay? Double that jab. That will put us in position.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
You go out there, a fighter like this, you were just knocked down in the last round. Now you got to go out there, you got to prove to your opponent, hey, I'm fine. You got to prove to the whole arena, hey, look at me, I'm fine. You also have to prove a lot to yourself, though, don't you?
Yeah, but you have to remember, that's a good question, but you have to remember this fighter has been there before. So just remember, I have dealt with it before. And then you have to be David Copperfield. A little bit of a magician, a little smoke and mirrors, and con your opponent. Let him think you're all right. Let him think you even want to fight when really you just want to buy a little time.
The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
.90 seconds to go here in this round. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Hey, listen, I respect anybody who steps inside those ropes. But I'm going to use a descriptive here, Teddy, that he looks scared. He looks scared right now to throw punches after being knocked down earlier.
Yeah, here's a news item for you, Joe. Everybody's afraid when they get in that ring. If they're not, they better go to a doctor and find out what the heck's wrong with them. But they must control that fear. Right now, he is not controlling that fear.
Good block there by Buster. You can see that eye starting to swell up. Do you think it takes time for guys to realize the damage that they've taken on?
You know what? They feel it right away. They feel something, and when it starts getting a little higher, they see it. They see something that's blurring their vision a little bit, something that wasn't there before.
Very nice defensive guard there. How do you break out of this, Teddy? How do you break out of this mode where you're just thinking defense because you got hurt earlier in the fight?
Well, a good corner. First of all, a corner guy has to tell him, hey, look, are you just trying to survive right here? Because if that's what you're going to do, okay, you may survive, or he may just step it up where you don't even have a chance to survive later. But if you want to win this fight, you have to get a hold of yourself, you have to listen to me, and you have to find a way to create offense again.
Super two-punch combo by Buster. And there he counters back against his opponent. Good return fire that time. Just missed scoring with that punch. Trading right hands. Boy, is this a dangerous biz. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Good counter punch. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Good looking counterpunch. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customano used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Comes right back with some offense of his own. A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Nice block by the Giant. So it's the end of the round. And as both men head back to their respective corners, Teddy, it brings up a good point that's many times not talked enough, but the culture of a corner and how guys conduct themselves. What was always your philosophy in organizing and running a corner?
Well, first of all, only one guy could be in charge. That's the trainer. You can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. It has to be organized like anything else. And you have to have calm people. You only have 1 minute. Maybe by the time the fighter gets back, maybe it's 50 seconds. So you have to be efficient. You can't have guys that are excited. They have to be able to control their emotions just like the fighter does on the outside. And everyone has to know what their job is.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. And he pulls the trigger again. Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing, and we're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin. And a well-placed counter by Buster. Halfway through this round. Good block by Buster. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Buster. Landing a two-punch combo by the Giant. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. End of the round here, and you can see the fans really enjoying themselves tonight. You know, Teddy, I think maybe more so than any other sport, boxing fans are not just passionate like in other sports, but they are smart and savvy. They know the game inside and out.
Well, they follow the contestants. They do understand the parameters of the game. And you know what? They come here and they kind of demand from those fighters the performance that they expect from him. If they expect a guy to box, you hear them every once in a while saying, hey, come on, you know, let's get that jab working. They act like coaches sometimes.
Buster's losing badly. I mean, do you see it any other way, Teddy? He's losing this fight.
Yeah, he is, and he's got to turn it around. And I think it's too late, and I hate to say this as a trainer, but to start doing all the fundamental things that usually you bring to a fight, it's too late for that. He needs to find a way to land a big shot.
That's typically not the message you hand out.
No, it's not, because the more you look for a big shot, the more you don't find, and you leave yourself wide open. But he's gotten himself painted into that corner right now.
Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Eddie, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Buster's in bad shape.
All right, come on, guys. Work it out, no holding.
And a shooting right hand by Buster. He just missed that shot up top. The Giants' defense clearly carrying things right now for him. But what else should he be conscious of beyond just this good footwork we're seeing?
Well, the old times would say, hey, you're doing the hard part, you're making a miss. Do the fun part. Make sure he pays.
That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by the Giant. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Good looking counterpunch. He got rocked earlier in this fight. I don't see him changing much up, Teddy. Would you be advising him that now is time for an adjustment?
Well, you have to have a plan B, maybe even a plan C when you come into it. Maybe he doesn't have one. Now, if he doesn't have one, you're not going to tell him to start changing up, because then you're basically saying, I don't know what to do, but, you know, we're in trouble.
What a fight. What a great, non-stop action fight this has been. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6.
In and out, in and out.
And a smart counterpunch by Buster. Teddy, you know what I'm so impressed by? Obviously, the pace of this fight is just ridiculous. But how hungry these guys are. How badly each guy wants it.
Joe, this is the kind of fight that it has nothing to do about money. It has everything to do about legacy. How they're going to be remembered.
counters back against his opponent. Oh, and there you go. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments.
Punch it out, guys.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. And there's the left hand working well for him again. Nice block by the Giant. The end of the round has arrived. And now an opportunity for the trainer here to get his hands on his guy. His guy just got tagged pretty good there. And when he looks into his eyes, what is he looking for?
Oh, first of all, he's looking to see whether or not his guy is still there. You know, he got stunned pretty good. And then what he has to do is make sure his guy's listening to him and telling him, hey, look, you got caught. You've been caught before. This is the way we can fix it. This is what you got to do to correct things.
Well-placed counter punch by Buster. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Lands the counter. At the halfway point of round 7.
Guard your head.
Parries that punch away. A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Double jab by Buster. Looks like he has some blood under his eye around the cheek. Good defensive skill. Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Stay away from the inside. Defense.
Good scoring counterpunch by Buster. Final 10 seconds. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Don't fight his fight. Jab and move. Jab and move. Let's get on that swelling. Get the swelling.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. by Buster. He's got to know that the eye's getting worse. The swelling is really more pronounced right now, but I don't see any defensive changes.
And you know what? I don't see any urgency either. You just touched on it. I don't see him where he's starting to get to the place where, you know, he's firing at the kind of rate that you would want to see a guy firing back at when he's in such a perilous position right now. He has to know that this fight is close to being stopped. He's got to start acting like a guy that's at the cliff, and he doesn't want to go over that cliff.
Blocks that belt line well. 90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
Good block by the Giant. He's in a tough spot. There's no way around it. The eye is swelling so badly that we could see an end to this fight.
Yes, it is, but it's not an impossible spot. It's not a spot where fighters before him have not been in and have not survived and even won in. You look at Carmen Basilio when he fought the late, great Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, his eyes were closed. He found a way to win.
Well-placed counter punch by Buster. Seconds remaining in this round. The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going to distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. On the mark, the counter punch by Buster. Teddy, I guess they wanted it. Look at this action going right out there, wasting no time.
No, these guys are impatient. They couldn't wait to get at each other.
You can see the cut that started above his eye there. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Seconds into the 9th round. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Excellent counter punch by the Giant. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Last 10 seconds of the 9th round. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pocket. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Well, here's the way we see it. He's down on the scorecards, has to have the knockout to win it.
Yeah, and he has to understand that. You know, the main thing is he hasn't given in. You know, he's still there trying, but he's in a desperate place. So what he has to do now is look for one spot. He remembers maybe something he saw early in the night where the guy pulls out his hand down a little bit, and maybe he can time him stepping out.
Able to cover up that gut. Nice block by the Giant. Able to counter that attack. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Good way to protect the midsection. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Nice block by Buster. Trading right hands. Boy, is this a dangerous biz. Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Buster. Super three-punch combination by the Giant. Wow, is he defensively sound. Blocks that punch. Holy cow! Big uppercut right on the mark. What a good counter punch by the Giant. To another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
That attack. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
By the Giant. Well-placed counter punch by Buster. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Defense turns to offense by the Giant. Last round of an entertaining fight. Now, for the judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring announcer.
A unanimous decision. Your winner, the Giant.
He's your winner by a unanimous decision.
Well, he started going to the body, and it paid off for him, and it paid off us. A good, solid fight.
It was indeed, and we're glad you were with us to witness it. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us, everyone.